Trae Young, like he's not an honorable mention, but I wouldn't be surprised if he made it because of the numbers. I didn't want to put him because I don't like the season he's having. Like I know the numbers are there, but like even when I see him play, no defense, inefficient, taking terrible shots sometimes. He doesn't do shit off the ball either. Like that's the thing that separates Steph and him. Well, among other things,
that's the thing. A lot of things.
Among other things, but like that's the reason. At least offensively, he's not as good is because he doesn't move off ball like Steph. Like Steph running through screens, Trae Young just stands in the corner like, give me the ball. Give me the ball.
So, too ball dominant too.
I don't like when players do
like
that.
Westbrook
does it too. Like
he used to cut more. Trey.
Yeah, I think
he doesn't float it still today.
He never. I mean, yeah, when he has the ball, he
yeah.
People,
He doesn't move without the ball like what he's saying.
That's why the Hawks suck is because when DeJounte is handling the ball, Trae does nothing. He just stands.
He's
there.
like waiting for a pass back, like he's gonna
so
get.
So he could take a three or
like DeJounte will pass, bro. Just
honestly,
move.
Is he useful? Is he useful without the ball though?
Look
no reality.
It's
not Steph.
Look at Steph.
You can't do what Steph does. Nobody's Steph. Nobody's Stephen Curry, bro.
Okay, you can try to remove.
You can still learn how to. You can still learn how to move off the ball.
Similar things.
Come off screens, like catching shit.
You
can still learn how to
remotely close to that.
Yeah, like
Klay Thompson runs around screens, everything like
the best at it.
Second best shooter in the league.
Bro, I'm not saying you gotta be like. I'm saying move like around the court.
He could do what JJ Redick does too, bro.
Okay, JJ Redick, yeah, he can move like that, but
he doesn't even do that.
He's too ball dominant. Like that's too much like stamina on him, dude. He has to take. He has to control the offense and move away like JJ Redick too.
No,
but that's an excuse. Yeah,
they traded for DeJounte, they traded for DeJounte so he wouldn't have to handle the ball as much and he could do other things.
I mean, like I'm not the coach of the offense. That's what he does.
But I'm saying it's not. I mean,
they need to trade Trae. Honestly,
what's the excuse?
I don't think it's too much.
They need to trade him away.
Huh?
They need to trade him away, honestly.
I think he wants to be traded away.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I think they should because they can get a lot for him. To be honest.
Trae Young?
Yeah, you can get a decent.
They're not gonna. They won't. I don't think they'll trade.
They would get a good. They won't.
I would honestly build around DeJounte and the rest of the team over Trae.
There's not that many players better than Trae Young.
Yes, there are.
I can name.
How many All-Star players?
All-Star.
15, 16?
Well, you got to think about it. Take into account his age and then the expense.
Yeah,
like
the age for
for
sure. He has more potential than a lot of people in that case. But right now,
I'll say value.
For the team itself,
value. That's
trade for Harden.
For the team itself, like DeJounte is just a better point guard. He's a better all-around player.
He's a better point guard than Trae Young?
No,
he's not.
Defensively,
no, but I'm talking about
like nothing.
Okay, like obviously, what's his name is an offensive juggernaut.
Young and Embiid. I'm sorry.
Obviously, Trae is an offensive juggernaut, but it's like, what's his name? Can average 20 plus. He can also he's averaged like on the Spurs. He was averaging like fucking mad assists. He was getting triple doubles. Like that niggas thought he was Westbrook.
So
like
you're saying if DeJounte Murray was the number one option on that team, they'd be winning more games?
If he was the primary ball handler and the offense was ran through him, I think they would win more games.
DeJounte got 40 today.
If the offense was ran,
no,
not just through him. Like obviously, if they have Trae, like it would be a tandem thing because there's two fucking. Well, Trae is the superstar.
You got to use Trae to his strengths.
Do you think Trae's a superstar? Do you think Trae's a superstar? Real quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think he is?
But
do you think he's a superstar? No, superstar. Top 15, top 16, like 20.
But regardless, like
not top 20.
No. But it's like Trae.
Remember we're saying the top 20. Superstar or no?
We have evidence.
Top 25. Top
25. What do you think he's a superstar?
He's not top 15. Hell no.
I don't think he's a superstar.
Not top 15.
Well, I'll say yes because we have evidence of him going to the Western Conference Finals.
Eastern.
He meant Eastern. My fault. Eastern Conference Finals that year. And being like 2 games away from actually getting to the finals, he was the main guy.
He was great. Yeah.
But the point is like
he's
right
only
now, like
23.
But he's constantly being like defensively. Like what is he? Like DeJounte has really good defense.
He's a glass cannon, bro. He's a glass cannon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
you can hide him back.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like
you can't. He's so bad you can't even hide him.
But I'm just saying,
like, get better over time too. This is not like you don't have to be. I've seen Harden like be terrible and still be considered a superstar.
But that's different. Harden's big, yeah, size.
And Trae's small. Like
without effort, it doesn't matter though.
The only reason I say I'd rather build around DeJounte is that like Trae's liabilities, you can get so much for Trae, and you get rid of that defensive liability. You have a point guard who's not obviously he's not Trae Young, but he's two-way. He can dish the ball out like almost as well. He can score almost as well. Like he's better defensively.
Score almost as well.
Yeah,
he can average. Okay, Trae averages 27. What's his name? Can average 21, 22.
Trae scoring here, well, right, Omar?
What's his name?
No, DeJounte.
No, DeJounte. DeJounte could easily average like 20. Like I think on the Spurs he was averaging like almost 25. Like
that's true. That's true.
Like
only counter.
Trey's a better scorer, but
Easily.
obviously Trey's a better scorer, but I think me
Juggernaut's
personally,
way
I think DeJounte is a better all around player, and I would rather build
Offensively,
around
But you would
Or
give
just
him away
all around.
all around. Yeah.
You would give Trey a way to get more pieces, right?
Yeah, you could trade away to get more pieces. Like you could, if you want to get rid of Capella, like
Yeah.
you can. Like,
Don't-
but John Collins
they
sucks, so
have
you
to
have to
keep
keep
Capella.
Capella. Like John Collins didn't pan out, so you have to keep him. But it's like you could get better pieces and like
Still be a better
Bogey's
contender.
good there.
I get you.
You know what I
understand
mean?
your
Like
point.
if I
That's
was
fair.
the GM of the Hawks, I would consider getting rid of Trey.
Curry was Curry.
He's
at
averaging
23.
21 points.
Exactly.
I know he's averaging 21 right now, but what was he
Curry-
averaging?
21
When
in his
did he
All-Star
become
year.
Curry?
Okay, well that's good.
That's
But
not
I'm
bad.
saying,
That's not
yeah,
bad.
season.
But
You
yeah,
know
9
what
assists
fucked
though.
him up?
9 assists.
yeah, that's what I'm
fucked
saying.
him up.
Like
They got rid
because
of
his ankle.
8 rebounds too.
They got rid of
Averaging a
Paul
near
Curry.
triple-double.
that's what I'm saying.
Trey
Like
was
averaging a triple double.
that's what I'm saying. Like you can't just take those stats.
Now we're just talking about stats.
and
Like,
his defense. No, what I'm saying,
That's
like
a notable thing to say.
yeah, like
and
he-
Russ
he-
will be better than half the league if we talk about stats.
Russell's peak is better than
okay,
like
but
every active player right now.
DeJounte is wasn't as
Let me
is
say
not as bad
let me
as
say
Russ.
Cap.
a counter to your point. If you're like, you want to trade Trey as you you want to treat Trey as you treat Luka. You're not trading Luka Doncic.
No,
That's not
no,
the same.
Luka's the man, bro.
If
You
you're
don't
GM, if you're GM,
Trey's
I'm
not
not
a
cheating,
superstar to
Trey.
me.
I'm not treating Luka.
not
I mean
cheating
Trey like I'm treating.
with that
Luka.
mindset, you want to keep your superstar and build around him.
I'm not saying I would trade Trey,
This is
but
what
it's
you were saying
Luka and
the
Trey
other
are
day.
completely different.
I don't
levels.
think. Yeah, I don't
Well,
think
this is
Trey's
the-
not as
that's
worth.
the
He's
mindset
saying
you
this
wanna
is like
have,
a
like-
Hawks thing, like oh you're keeping Trey as like because he's your super duper star.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's bringing a bad
Luka's
duper
literally a
player, so it's
generational
like, you have to
talent.
keep him.
That's a
wouldn't
different,
you-
that's a different conversation.
Do you think Trey is a generational talent the way Luka is?
Huh?
So do you think Trey is a generational talent the way Luka
Not
is?
like
No.
Luka, but
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
a
It's
generational.
generational.
But
But I
think
also
he's a
wouldn't
generational
trade him.
talent, though.
generational talent.
Curry
I also
wasn't
wouldn't trade
Curry
Trey.
at 23. That's what I'm saying.
Do you remember
Curry
people
was Curry
comparing
at
him to
23.
Curry, like the next
Like,
That's a good
level
question.
or something?
Do you guys think Trae Young's a generational talent?
But Curry was
That's a good
always
question.
moving.
No.
I don't
What?
think so.
Moving?
He's amazing, but he's not
You
generational.
can't make him in a factory like other players, bro.
There's niggas who.
He's
Trae Young,
really
Trae.
good. He's really good, but
I
he's
think
not
he can average
30
generational.
and 10. Like you know, like
I think
that's
he's
crazy, but
talented. I think he's talented, and you should.
Who else
work
have you
to
seen?
make
He's
him
not
Trae
even as
Young,
good as
like-
Prime Chris Paul.
Who else have you seen Trae Young play like?
Who's better, Prime
Young.
Chris Paul or
like a
Trae Young?
bootleg Curry. He's a bootleg Curry.
He's not a
Curry.
player because he has Steve
Bootleg
Nash in
Curry.
his
Don't
game
ask this
too.
guy. Don't ask this guy.
I said who's better, Prime Chris Paul or Trae Young right now?
Well, Prime CP, but it's two
Prime
different play
CP.
styles.
No,
But
no
it's like
debate.
You can still
CP,
compare.
No
because
debate.
CP
I don't
was.
think
Both point guards. Yes, you
They're
do.
No
You're just saying
debate.
like just bare comparison without thinking about.
But
all
niggas
the
be hating on
black
Chris
and
Paul.
comparison.
You gonna say that it's really Trey right now?
No, I'm saying CP, but for different reasons.
CP's the man.
Yeah, that's
He's
why.
better
You
than
can't, you can't ask him about CP, bro.
No, I said
In
CP's
general,
better
even I
I'm
don't
trying
even
to
like
get
CP.
hit. I'm trying to
because
get how he feels.
CP like
That's just good.
he's a floor general, and that leads to winning. And the way that his leadership is attached to winning is why he wins games. It was for Trae Young, like it's purely off his skill and his ability as to why
But
they
that's
were
why
winning
they win.
games at
You
the
act
time.
And that's
Chris
why I
Paul
don't
is
think he's
no
that
winner.
valuable.
No, he does
Chris
have
Paul's a
skill,
better
but
passer.
he has
Yeah,
other
skill.
attributes that lead to winning too. For Chris
Yeah,
Paul.
but that's why I don't think Trae Young is
Leadership.
as valuable that
No, I
I
agree.
can't
That's a fair-
possibly
that's
think
fair,
about
that's
trading
fair.
him.
But the
You know what I mean?
winning
Like niggas are trading away Chris Paul. Like,
Right now, yeah.
No,
But
I'm
Yeah,
I'm saying
no,
when he
like,
was in his
yeah,
prime
he's fucking
too.
39, but
When he was in his prime
So
too.
if, as a GM, like how many Trae Youngs are Trae Youngs in this league?
bro, I'm
You'll
not
see
even
another
gonna
one
lie
in
to you.
Still, like
I'm
one
not
Trae
even
Young
gonna
is
lie
not
to you,
worth
bro.
You'll see
a
another one in
solid
10 years
complete
back.
team. Like
If you develop
agree
Jordan
with you.
Poole, I think he could do the same
He
shit.
could.
No,
He
no,
could-
he
Oh,
can't.
I don't know.
No.
Trae Young shows flashes.
Jordan,
of
no,
ability.
playmaking wise,
Maybe
playmaking
one
wise, no,
There's no
but
way.
scoring wise, yeah.
Shooting and scoring wise,
Scoring wise,
100%.
playmaking wise, and how he reads playmaking wise and how he reads
And,
offenses. There's
with
no way Jordan
development.
Poole.
But the scoring and shooting and the floaters and all that, he
Volume
can do
shooting that
everything.
Jordan Poole does is like Trae Young.
He's not as smart as Trae Young is.
He's not.
Trae
That's
Young
why-
has
that's
a
why-
better
He's the
shot.
smartest guy
Yeah,
in the world,
that's why
either, bro.
Trae Young he won't average 11 assists.
But that's why I
10
said
assists.
that's why I said Poole with some development, he could do what Trae Young did.
Do you know the people nowadays that are being
Super-
developed right now? They're all like trying to like imitate like high volume scoring now. So it's gonna be like you'll see one in 10 years.
Curry.
I'm thinking.
But I haven't seen one in the past to say, "Oh, this guy's Trae Young."
Well,
I've seen him take.
Curry's a
pieces.
generational player.
He doesn't play like
And 10
Steph.
years
I was about to
later-
say something outrageous.
We're just talking about like
Curry's a generational
we're just talking
player.
about how Trae doesn't move without the ball. So he just, by that defense, he doesn't
Give
play
me
like
another
Stephen
move, though,
Curry.
you know?
I never said he played like Stephen Curry. Who
But
said
he said that.
Oh.
Like his,
Back in the day, they're like he's a bootleg Steph Curry.
They were
No.
saying that coming out the draft because they were hoping he'd be that, but
No,
he's
he's
not.
not.
He's the 3-point shooter that they
No,
want.
So
but
that was before Steph like
but it
won
took
it
him a minute to
again
get
and
to
all
that.
that shit.
Yeah, I'm saying he's a bootleg Steph Curry. Like
Yeah, Yeah,
Trae Young
yeah.
is a,
He's
like
a bootleg
he
Steph
has
Curry. I think Trae Young is Trae Young.
Bootleg
A
Steph
bootleg Steph Curry is so
Bootleg Steph Curry.
disrespectful to a dude averaging 30 and
Yeah,
like
But he also
9.
doesn't do anything. He plays. No, he
Not
plays.
bootleg.
No, he's
A
not.
Okay,
bootleg
he's
Steph
not
Curry. That's
bootleg.
disrespectful.
Okay, hold
No,
on.
it's not.
What is Curry's
They don't play the
Main
same.
thing.
They don't play the same.
Shooting.
They don't
But
play the
that's
same.
drawing.
All I'm asking is a question.
Answer his question.
What is
It
Curry's
doesn't matter.
main skill?
So it's
You're
Reggie
trying
Miller.
to make a point.
Wait,
not
let's
make
see.
it.
Let's see where this
It's
goes.
crazy how
You gonna
they
say they
don't
play the same?
answer.
I'm gonna answer. I'm
All right,
let's see where this goes.
Let them
Shooting.
two speak.
Shooting.
Shooting. Okay, and how does he do it? Where does he do it from? Mid?
Off ball or threes.
Mid?
Threes.
Threes, huh? Sometimes even deep threes, huh?
Yeah.
Who else shoots
God, dude, that's
deep
not that-
ass?
that's
You're
so
not
simple.
making a point, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
Jordan
let's-
Poole,
I
Jordan
got this, I
Poole,
got this,
Jordan
I got
Poole
this.
shoots deep threes.
LeBron
Tyler
James.
Hero, Tyrese Maxey.
LeBron James.
They're not
Wait,
pulling
I
up
got
like
it, bro.
Trey, bro. Trey is
Tyrese
Dame-
Maxey pulls up like Trey.
Dame does it better.
Yeah, Dame does
Dame is
it.
better at it.
Game has been to the same length as,
Okay, Tyrese Maxey.
as Trae Young.
Now you think Maxey pulls
Western
up like
Conference
You,
Finals?
if you
Eastern Conference Finals.
if you watch Tyrese Maxey, you know he be pulling up from deep,
not
bro.
like Trey Young?
Yes, he does.
You think like Trae Young?
You haven't watched enough Tyrese Maxey.
He shoots like 32 footers.
Not the
He shoots
same
like
way he
32
does it though. Not the same way, but he shoots.
Thank you.
He shoots
Thank
deep
you.
threes though. That's
He
what
Wait, he's talking about. He's saying like, oh, you're just going like black and white. If someone shoots deep threes, they just play
Oh,
like.
small point guard shoot. He's Steph Curry. Come on, bro.
Who's the next? If you have to
go.
choose the next three
There's
players, no, I'm just saying. I know it's a vast gap. If you have to choose the next players to resemble Curry, I would pick like Lillard and then Trae.
Exactly.
Who would you pick?
Nobody
Either
resembles
them. No,
Curry.
you don't.
Either
Obviously,
Neither of them resemble Curry.
I don't have to
Just
choose.
based-
Why?
I don't
Based
choose
off,
They don't
nobody.
based off
resemble
high,
Curry. They're not-
based off
they
high,
don't-
like
they
you
don't
said,
resemble Curry.
basketball, it's
Either
impossible.
of them.
Nobody, none of them, all
Neither
of
of
them
them
combined
resemble
have
Curry.
zero MVP. Steph got 2
Not
unanimous.
even that.
Saying next in line for how they play.
It's not even close.
Lillard and then Trae Young.
You cannot
nobody.
say that.
It's
There's no
just
way you don't
nobody.
see it though. Like there's no way you can like.
No, because those. Let me tell you why I don't see it though.
Nobody.
Those players don't have the same
Nobody.
usage
That's
as
It's not ignorant. No, it's not. No, it's
Curry
not.
doesn't have the same usage as these players, and
Okay,
these players
okay.
have high volume and need the ball in their hands to be
Okay.
effective.
For
Curry
that scenario,
does
for this
not need the
situation.
ball. Draymond Green is a Hall of Famer
No,
because
disagree.
Curry does not need the ball in his hands.
Disagree.
And what makes him look
Smash
way
spitting.
better.
Oh
Spitting facts.
No, like,
Okay.
you know where I
So you're
disagree?
Off of that fact, nobody plays like Stephen Curry.
You know why I
Just that.
disagree?
I
You know
didn't
disagree?
say that. I'm saying
If you-
after him,
There's-
who's like him.
Nobody.
But if you say, if you
You're saying
say
Lillard's
that-
like
It's not even a
Hold
dick
on.
riding thing. It's a play style thing.
He a top 10
No,
player of
it's
all time.
play
You think there's
style.
somebody like him?
It's play style. It's not even
It's
just.
like similar. I'm
It's
saying
not just skill set. It's play style. Nobody plays like Steph Curry does.
I want to ask him.
You can't
I want to
thought
ask
you
him
were
what.
saying
You can't
Trey
say
does.
that they're not.
No, yeah, nobody plays like
you're
Steph
right.
Curry does.
The play style.
It's play style. It's not just.
That would mean that defines his game.
It
Like,
is.
No, it doesn't.
Off ball is
So
his
you're
whole
saying-
game.
hold on.
That's literally the best part of Steph Curry.
No, see, you see the shit you got him focusing.
No.
You tell me.
You don't watch ball, motherfucker.
You're gonna tell me that his moving around without the ball
Yes.
is better than him with the ball?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's right.
Yes,
Yes.
it's arguably more valuable.
Whoa.
It's arguably more valuable
Because
because nobody.
You
The
can
reason
go,
he's
bro.
so
You're the
good.
only one that thinks this.
Yeah.
You're the only one that thinks this.
apparently,
The only reason
You don't watch enough hoop.
I think this is about 65, huh?
Yeah.
Or like 55. You gonna tell me him fucking doing that and fucking moving around the ball is better than
How long does he have the ball in his hands per possession? How long do you think he has the ball in his hands per possession?
I got a great way to dispel this. Keep talking.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't tweet.
Fellas.
You'll see him like get some mix-ups in there because he has it in his bag. But that's not his primary move though.
Who you want me to compare? Give me 2 players. I'm gonna compare Steph with someone else.
Oh my, no one's.
Everybody in the league.
We'll do Lillard. for
No
this-
one's
for this sake.
comparing them. I'm saying if
No,
you
I'm
have
not
to choose
comparing.
the people
I
after
need to
them.
look up another
But you
player.
can name other people.
Relax. I just need someone to look up, bro. Jesus Christ.
Do you think you're gonna find someone other than Lillard or Trae after that, or no?
Yeah, we're too loud. We're too loud.
Who do they name? Who did they name?
Hey, Gabe, that's a great question. And then the thing is that they might say,
Get the
no,
mic, get the mic.
but if you ask them, okay, fill the player.
Feel it. Feel it. Because it's Lillard and Trae. It's Lillard and Trae.
All they say is that there's nobody.
There's nobody like him. That's all I'm getting.
How stupid.
Put someone there.
Stupid.
Put someone there.
There's nobody though.
That's crazy.
I give you a reasoning as to why there's nobody on this like.
Answer this question. Answer this question. Who plays like Jokic? Who plays similarly to Jokic?
Nobody.
There is.
Sabonis plays
Yeah,
like Jokic.
Sagunin too.
So and then Sagunin built for that.
They're not Jokic, but they have like certain similarities to
Thank
Jokic.
You see a white
But
European big
Dame
man.
is-
Oh,
these
Jokic.
players-
Thank you for understanding what
I
I'm
understand what you're
player-
saying, but these players that you name, like Dame and Trae,
Okay.
they have no similarities to Stephen Curry's game,
No similarities?
to the play style, right?
Okay.
All you,
Play
the
style?
only similarity is that they shoot long threes.
Yeah.
But you want to bring up
A lot of motherfuckers
Like,
shoot
you
long
want to say
threes.
shooting
You want to bring up off-ball movement.
like Dame?
You're
Yeah.
not even talking into your mic.
No. That's a whole argument against him. He don't move without the ball. He don't do shit without the ball.
Just pick and rolls.
He's talking about with the ball, dude.
Talking about off
Hey,
Every point guard does that.
This
that's
discussion
the
is
point
not
guard.
gonna be
Dame
good
does
since
that.
everyone's talking.
Bro, the pick and roll is the most basic play in the game.
The discussion's not gonna be good if everyone's talking at the same time. It's not gonna be good to watch.
So Trae Young and Dame.
Dude,
We got three people.
look,
It's three people on our side now.
Hey,
Guys might not know it, but there's 3 people on our side now.
Hey,
Gun to your head, you have to name people after stuff. Yes, no one's like him. No one's like him. But who are you gonna name?
Subscribers.
it's not gonna. Okay, like at the end of the
I'll
day,
die.
no.
It's only
At
people
the end of the day,
nowadays.
look, you
I'll pray to
can't.
God and die.
Here, I'm gonna address
What did he
both
say?
points.
Look at the first thing that pops up. By the way.
Huss.
What is it? What is
Bez.
True, of course, off-ball thing is OP, and we get this.
We don't need to dominate the ball to dominate. No, but that's
Us.
not proving shit.
Look.
That's not proving shit.
Here, look.
More speed.
I'll address
I got
Gabe's
that.
point. Or I'll address Gabe's point. I'll address
More without
Gabe's.
the ball, I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be hot as fuck, bro.
I'll
I'm gonna
address
be
Gabe's
upset.
point, and I'll address yours.
Okay,
alright?
okay. What
So
was my
to Gabe's point was that like who would you pick next? The reason we say we're not gonna pick somebody is because there's literally nobody else does both as well as Steph Curry. Steph Curry is. Yeah, he's his on ball. If he wants to be Trae and he wants to be fucking what Dame does, he could.
He's in a good situation.
He better,
Yeah,
like
for
he's
sure.
better than
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are
yeah.
at what they do.
Correct.
But
Off ball.
since what makes him so great
Fact.
and what separates himself is the
Off
fact
ball.
that he runs around the
For
ball.
sure. Nobody's arguing.
Yeah,
the team.
and
I
okay,
got
but
stats.
the point is nobody else does
team.
it.
No, nobody's arguing.
No one else does both. No one else does both.
That's what makes him the
Okay,
best.
that's why there's no point in saying, "Oh, who's like him?"
That's
Because
what
just because you say he shoots threes and he likes to come off screens, so does literally everybody else.
Give me
Like
other
who
players.
doesn't run?
Give me
the
other
pick-
players.
What guards
Let me
don't
read
run
the
pick and
stats.
roll?
Let
The
me
leader
read the
came to
stats.
mind was Trae Young.
Let
and
me read
Damian
the
Lillard.
stats.
I
Hold
have a
on,
person
hold
who
on,
disagreed.
hold on. Let me read the stats, and y'all could decide if this sways your opinion or not. Let me just read this to you because this should convince you. Okay, during his MVP season, I'm assuming this means his first one.
Unanimous or the first one?
I'm not sure. Whatever. It's not saying here. 32.5% of his three. Okay, during his MVP season, Curry shot 32.5% of his 3-pointers off the bounce and 24% off the catch. So that's catch and shoot.
Yeah.
This year, he's down pulling up only 23.8 and shooting off the catch 34.5. So most of his shots are coming off the catch, off running out of screens. I'm not even done yet.
So they
Going,
switch.
hold on.
cook,
Get
let
him
him
more.
cook.
Get him more off the catch shots is a good thing. Curry is more efficient on those attempts, 45.7 compared to 44.
No, but okay, but how many attempts?
What does that have to do?
He
He's more
shoots 10
efficient.
attempts a game, though.
Their whole play
It's far
style
more
is that-
efficient
What's
than
it
them.
matter?
That's not gonna
Their
come
whole
close.
play
Of course
style
it
is
There's
fucking
not no
matters.
point even
Well,
looking at
it's
that.
gonna be higher
It's not
if
just
he's
him, everybody
catching
else,
them
too.
less times
No,
than
but
shooting
but
them.
Clay and him are made to run around.
There's
the
more attempts from pull up than there is from catch and shoot.
That doesn't affect efficiency. It affects
Well,
the
yeah, that's
amount.
just their choice. It's not Steph's fault. You can't use the fact that he's not taking off the dribble threes against him.
No, he's
'Cause it's
using the
stupid.
field goal percentage.
Yeah, but you're saying like,
That's
oh, like
efficient.
That wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yes,
catch
it
and shoot.
changes. Yeah,
And
but
he's saying that it's better than when he pulls up, right?
Yes.
Okay, my point is, how many times does he pull up?
no, those are the
That
times.
doesn't-
Not,
well,
those aren't his percentages.
I'm just saying. Are my numbers right?
be great
If
at both
If
things,
he
though.
caught it 10 times, right, and made it 8 times out of
Right.
10, and he pulled up, let's just say 30, and made 10, which percentage is gonna look better? I'm just
I
asking.
think that's a
That's
invalid
But you're
point because it
proving
doesn't-
our
He
point.
takes
You're,
more.
Just asking.
but you're proving our point.
It's
What
better like that?
off the ball? Yeah.
No, but okay.
What do you mean? You just proved our point.
The field goal, yeah, okay. You can have the
It's
field goal,
3-point
that's fine,
percentage.
that's
I'm
fine.
talking
But if
3-point.
He's dropping fucking 300 points with the ball and then 100 points off the ball.
He's not. That's the point. What he brought up, the percentage.
I said,
no,
let me reread it.
the
Let me read it.
percentage-
Maybe you didn't hear
He
me.
didn't read it right.
Hold
He
on,
didn't-
he didn't hear me. He didn't hear me.
Yeah.
One other question.
He didn't hear the
How many
stats
years
correctly.
is this?
No,
1 year?
Chris,
His MVP season? How many fucking years has he been in the
Hold
league?
on, bro.
No,
You let
they-
me
there
read-
was
you
2
didn't
years.
hear
They-
it.
they-
Go for it.
yeah.
I said Curry. Okay, let me read this year's.
Yeah.
Okay, that's during his MVP. Okay, this year, pulling up only 23% of the time and shooting off the ball 34.5%
That's
of
the
the time.
rate. It's the rate.
technically, he's
It's the rate in
literally
which
shot
he's shooting
more
those.
off the ball than
Yes, that's
And
the
to
point.
be honest, he should be less efficient because he gets more of those shots up.
Okay, but my question is, so that's for what year?
Let me.
This
MVP,
year?
MVP.
Why don't the article-
That was MVP.
No, the
Is
article for now.
Would you say this year's been his best year?
Oh,
He's
And
averaging
then he
30.
says
Yes.
if you brought him
One of
to
I think this is
season,
actually
right?
last year's,
All right,
but
either way.
still, like, The point still stands. Like he drastically changed his play style in a year. You know
But
what I
his
mean?
play style is heavily dependent on the team he plays for. That
Thank
whole
you.
system and
Not
that.
true.
Let me say one thing.
It's a good point.
Let me say one thing, Hassan, before you want to cut me off and call me a loser.
Thank you,
All
Gabe.
the Warriors' offense is based on that. Yes, Curry
Moving
can
the ball.
do tween shooting.
It's not based on that. It's based off of Stephen Curry's play. Without Stephen Curry, the offense doesn't exist. The offense wins nothing.
They're not gonna
If Stephen
run back.
Curry goes to
They
Portland,
win less,
hold
though.
up.
Yeah, they do
If
win
Stephen
less.
Curry goes to Portland,
They're
we'll
running
run
that
the same
offense.
system. They're running that
They're
for Stephen Curry. Yes.
Because it's a good offense for that team.
No,
No,
they
good
don't
offense for
because of
Stephen Curry. It's
For that team.
The Curry is the
Yeah,
offense.
team.
Curry's the
Yeah,
offense.
team.
I
Curry's
see what
the
you're
offense.
saying. I see what you're saying, but it is kind of true though. I think if
He
Curry
is
did
the
go
offense.
somewhere else, I think they kind of would
Well,
have that
Curry,
little bit of that.
what
play
other-
style.
That's how he's
what-
scoring. That's how he's
Wait,
getting.
hold
Not
on,
only
hold on.
that, that's his
But he can do
Hold
that.
up.
He
You've
can do
seen
that.
the
can
Warriors.
drive, he can do-
Let me
Exactly.
speak.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
You've seen the Warriors. Yeah. You've seen the Warriors win in the finals, and they haven't been beaten by anybody besides LeBron and somebody else, and the
Injured,
Raptors.
yeah.
They made it. You say they made it to the finals all the time.
Every time they make the
Yeah.
playoffs, they make the finals.
So wouldn't you? This is a copycat league. So wouldn't you say if that was a metric to winning games, wouldn't everybody else copy
I
that
wish
system?
they would. I wish they would do the
They
same
can't.
play.
They
They
can't.
can't
Yeah,
because they don't have
It's true,
Stephen
it's true,
Curry.
it's true.
So doesn't that mean Curry is the offense?
But see, that goes back to our point too. That a lot of it comes from the fact that he can fucking shoot. Okay, so you need to press up. And
So
then
you make it-
It's not just
Because he's the greatest shooter of all time. And him and Clay.
If Westbrook couldn't shoot like how he shoots,
I got advanced stats here actually.
Yeah, you
mean,
base
at
your
the
offense
end of the day-
off the players that you have. And Steph is the best off-ball shooter, on-ball with the
I
ball
got all
shooter,
stats here. What you
corner
want?
shooter, step back,
So
two
he's
three
better
shooter,
off
any
ball
shooter
than
you
with the
want.
All right, let me check. Let me check.
Bro, at the end of the day,
Well, yeah.
And
I
then
agree.
what? And then
the
what
point is we're
considered
not
better?
gonna we're not
Like,
gonna
what points?
we're not even talking about who's better. We're just comparing
style.
niggas.
Nah, I
to
think
like,
LeBron's better.
obviously,
No,
Giannis
no,
is
no.
better.
I think that's
Hold
what
on, I got advanced
All right,
stats.
last
here.
point, last
Tell me,
point.
So I got
No,
off
with
screen.
the ball.
No, no,
With the ball.
I got off
With
screen.
the ball, with the ball. That's
Hold
all I
on,
care.
let me read them to you. Fuck, bro.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying all we care about is the ones with the ball. Like if
Bro,
it's,
let me read. You gotta pick one.
Go.
Isolation. Let me read them. Pick one.
Hey, Ben, do you also have Lillard's up or no? Just asking. Or just
I can
Curry?
pull it up.
Go.
I want
I'm
to do
asking. Okay, here's the
What else you
options.
got? Yeah.
I'm trying to read them,
I didn't hear
motherfucker.
you.
Off screen, isolation, transition, pick and roll ball handler, pick and roll man. That's the guys who's
Yeah,
rolling.
no, that
Post up, spot up, handoff, cut, put back.
Handoff.
But that's off ball, right? That would be off ball.
No,
Handoff,
that's like cutting
handoff.
to the
How many-
rim.
I like handoff. Handoff.
that's off ball.
It is.
Or-
What do you
or-
want? I thought you want to
or-
see.
Yeah.
No, but it will cut too, right?
Cut is like, okay, he's cutting to the
Cut it to
basket.
the basket. Cut it to the basket.
Cut fall under your category. How many fall?
Okay,
under my
off screen is what I'm talking. It's
Off
off screen
screen.
threes.
Off
Off screen
off
is
screen.
off the ball, obviously.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that's
this season,
one.
what do you
Throws
want?
off a screen and shoots, right? That's the one.
I got his possessions frequency, points per possession,
percentages.
points, field goals made, attempted, field goal percentage.
just
Be
wonder if
like,
it helps
like to the corner.
Mine or yours?
It's gonna
He's gonna help
us.
it. It's gonna help
It's
it.
gonna help us.
There.
So it's gonna say that off ball
He's a better
scored
shooter
more
off ball.
points.
Let me compare.
That's correct.
Well, I mean,
41, okay,
we're talking about-
41 off ball. This season, 41% off ball, and I'm gonna check. I can check
Lillard.
isolation. I'll check isolation.
Are we checking field goal? What are we checking?
Field goal
3-point percentage.
Yeah, field goal percent for the threes.
What do you mean? Why?
Why not keep
That's
the
all
ball
debate,
how-
right?
No, my debate is that with the ball, it matters more than off the ball. The field goal is not going to show that. Why
Yeah, it
not?
does.
The field goal is going to show that he shoots better. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
it
that
doesn't-
means he's better.
So
off
what the
ball
fuck is
than
your
on ball.
argument?
That he gets that him having the ball is more important than him without the ball.
What is that?
For
What do
shooting
you-
threes or just for the offense in total? I mean, yeah, he's their best player.
Wait, I have a
That's
question.
Why I
ball.
was like, I don't get what the fuck you guys
I don't
gonna
know
bring
about
up.
that.
This
I don't know about that
I have a
one.
question.
Disagrees.
So if he's shooting more efficiently off the ball, why would you want him to have more of the possessions where he's the ball handler? If he's better off the ball, why would you put him in a position where
I
he's
get you.
the ball handler?
I get you.
When
That's-
also Draymond needs to do some shit, and that's his primary
That's
role.
another-
Then you want to get
You
others
that's
open.
like-
You want to get others open
You
too.
You gotta get a
That's why I
contract.
brought the numbers though. That's why I brought the
They gotta
numbers.
get the ball to
If
Draymond.
you have
They got
8
kids to
of
feed.
10, right, off the ball, but then you take way more with the ball, but your percentage is lower, you did better with the ball because you got more points or did more.
Wait, the fluidity.
That's a
Either
dumbass
way-
argument.
Yeah,
Like,
either
you're
way, no,
saying, okay,
it's a moot hypothetical because
that's
it's
like
not the
scoring
case.
42 points on 42 shots
a
versus
moot point,
30
that's not
points
the
on
case.
10 shots. Who would you rather have?
But that-
You'd rather take 42 terrible
I agree,
efficiency?
but that-
No, I'm asking you. You'd rather take a motherfucker who scored 42 points on 20% or someone who scored 30 points on 80%? Which game would you rather
Oh,
have?
I like the 30 for 80 because it's only 12 off though. But that's my point. How big is this difference? That's why I keep asking you. If he's better,
How
with the
marginal
ball,
is it?
dog, I'm
He's
telling
not.
you, the field
I
goal,
think we've
I
already
could give a
established
fuck.
that.
The field goal, I could really give a fuck. You're showing me that he's better at catching it and shooting it. That's fine. That's cool. My point is that when he has the ball, that is way more important than him moving without the ball.
What do you mean
I got this, I
important?
got
What do you
this.
mean
Like,
importance?
I understand what he's trying to say. I
It's
understand
not
what
more
he's saying.
Go ahead.
Because
It's not more
Don't.
important because that's the root of the offense.
I understand, like, he's good with the ball.
Shit's about to die. We gotta wrap it up after this point. We gotta wrap it up after
They
this point.
kept arguing two different things. That he's really good at shooting short, but that what makes him the best is the fact that he can move without the ball, right? My point
the point
Like
is
you're
that
strengthening our
it's
argument.
more important with him with the ball than
All right, let me
him
say
moving
this.
without the ball.
Go
So
ahead.
essentially, I'm saying his shooting is more important.
You're
than
saying
his
he's better with the
ability
ball
to
than
move
without the ball, right?
That's my point.
But it's not
I know,
true. He's better.
You switch sides, you fucking bitch.
He's better off ball.
That's what I
Here,
said,
here.
though.
Let me say
That's a
this.
different
Let me
thing.
say this. Let me say
I
this.
I
agree
agree with you when we were talking about.
Let me just say this.
Curry
Come
off
on, come on.
ball is the Curry
gotta
off ball
end
is a
this
demon.
shit. Hold on.
Better than when he's with the ball.
Yeah, he is. Curry off ball has a certain gravity to him too.
Not even that. Like, yeah.
We're talking about me and you before. That's a different thing.
The whole offense
The
moves and
off-ball
Curry
thing-
cuts.
Hold
All right,
on.
that's-
Let Hassan.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
go
whole
on.
defense.
So
Hassan Cook,
I
Hassan
hear
Cook.
what you're saying with like you're saying he's better on with the ball in his hands than without the ball,
I
basically,
think
right?
that's more valuable than his off-ball shit.
That's not true because you want to get Draymond involved into the offense. You want to get Klay Thompson involved into the offense. He's a gravitational pull, like Gabe said. So when he's moving without the ball, others follow him, right? So you have Klay wide open, you have Japul wide open, Looney up for lobs.
You won it. I just have one last one.
Okay.
One last question. So if you took his shooting ability away,
Oh,
does
they're
he
done for.
still aspire? No, I'm just asking. Hold on. Does he still do as good? Is he still as valuable? Whenever?
Hell no.
Because of
He's
his
Ben
offense?
Simmons.
Let me break LeBron's legs and let's see
Hold
what
up.
he.
I want to see what he has to say.
That was funny.
Let's make 85-1.
That was funny, bro.
If
That
he's
was
good
funny
at
as fuck at
basketball,
that. That was
Cut all
funny
of
as fuck
KD's
just
fingers
now,
off.
bro.
Which one's more valuable?
The
If
shooting.
Gordon
The
had
shooting
his
is
legs-
the biggest thing.
But that was
But
funny
that's
as
not
fuck
what
to me just
separates-
now.
that's
Oh my
not-
God.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not okay. That's
Yeah,
obvious.
the shooting's
That's
the
obvious.
most
Whether
important.
Whether you say whatever you want from this point, you just agree with me.
Well,
okay?
obviously,
Doesn't matter. Boom.
We gotta end it. We gotta end it.
That's
We gotta
obvious.
end the pod.
Hassan,
We
you're
gotta
not
end
a
the
good shooter.
pod.
You're not gonna be doing that.
But at the
Well,
end of the day,
the
The whole
no,
point you're
okay.
running is because you're a good shooter.
Hold on, you heard
But
that
look,
though,
look,
right?
shit's about to die.
So
Hey.
hold on. There's two sides to Curry,
Hold on,
though.
we need to end this shit.
Yeah, okay, dude. Last,
We
like,
could go on this
What
forever.
about his after
the
game?
last
point
point.
is what we were talking about comparing, like who would be the next comparison to Curry. We're saying our main point was that Curry's game is so much different than the rest of the
No, it is.
upcoming
Agree,
people.
agree.
And there's
Not
no
against an L,
point.
not against an L.
There's no point in saying, oh, who's the closest to Steph Curry or who plays like him.
Who's the next?
None of them